Robbie, 2 games to go in the league season. You're secure in second. The title isn't mathematically impossible, but seems as good as gone. What's to play for in the final 2 games?
Well, we'll have to keep building momentum. We've had a couple of decent results recently against good teams that we're winning them in the playoff, that's for sure. And getting fitness levels ready for that. We have several players coming back from injury that will hopefully get some game time as well, so that when we go into that first game, that we're in good shape.
Does that give the players a little bit of extra confidence, knowing that you've beaten Ayr, you've beaten Inverness, and as you say, you will play one of them?
I think it builds momentum. I think it puts in a bit of a marker that we can do it. But then we still have to go and do it when the time comes. There's no doubt that both teams are very good. Both teams have caused us problems this season. Both teams have beaten us this season. So we have to be at the top of the game and make sure we go through.
Does this feel like the best that the United team are playing under your spell?
I think the players have been fitter and stronger. The team the players that we brought in January, they've said right from the start that a lot of them weren't as fit as they could be because they hadn't been playing or had been injured. We're now starting to see them getting to the levels that we hope they would get to.
Is it at all a slight frustration that this form is coming together maybe a bit too late to challenge for the title, or is it completely out of your system?
We've dropped points that we're disappointed about, but there's no point looking back on that now. We are where we are. We've still got an excellent opportunity to get up. We're in good form. We're getting a lot of players back fit. The ones that are already fit are getting stronger and fitter as well. So we're in good shape. We're into this running.
And Falkirk this weekend, they of course are down in the bottom. So many teams fighting for their lives there. How do you view the same?
It's going to be very tough. There's no doubt in that. It's so tight at the bottom of the league. Everyone's fighting for their lives. They know coming to Tannadice that it's going to be a tough game for them, but they will be coming up, desperate for the 3 points because they need them.
As a manager, Robbie, when you see a goal at Pavos at the weekend, does it give you pleasure that you see goals like that? Because it's already been social media. It's been FIFA's tweeted it and all sorts of stuff on social media. It's going around the world how good a goal it is. What's it like as a manager when you see a goal like that?
Yeah, it was a great finish. I think that had a few flicks and tricks just before it, which was good. But in general, it's about scoring goals. Doesn't matter if it's a yard or if it's 25 yards. It's nice to see it. Pavos had a couple of excellent finishes recently, but he's got that and he's a good player. And he's technically very good in the area, and thankfully they've given him a bit more service than they had previously.
Would you be hoping that team could possibly try to keep him beyond this season, given the?
Yeah, look, we've spoken about it for a number of months now. We like him as a player. He likes it here, but ultimately he's an all-round player. They paid a lot of money for him, so it's something that we'll look at the end of the season and review it and see where we are and see where they are with it.
Does it make it harder when he's banging in goals?
Yeah, it doesn't help when it's getting put down FIFA.com and everyone's seeing it in Europe, So it was a great finish, and he's a good player, and we're delighted to have him here, and we'll see where it goes in the future.
You mentioned keeping momentum going, Robbie, for the playoffs coming up. Are you tempted as a manager to perhaps rest some of your key players ahead of those playoff games because it's so important to the club?
No, not really, to be honest with you. I think my biggest thing for us is maintaining that momentum. This is the last home game of the season before we go into the playoffs, so it's important to put on a performance and we win to build that confidence at home. And then, yes, we'll look at the fitness of some of the players, but that won't be really taken into account when we pick the team, because it'll be the strongest team we can put out.
I was speaking to Carl earlier on about the pressure. There's a lot of pressure on yourself and the players to get into the Premiership. Is that something you just take on board as a manager? What's going to do?
At the end of the day, what is pressure? It's a game of football we play, something the players enjoy doing. Not pressure you put on yourself, really. And we do that every day here. The standard of training's got to be top, the standard of the analysis we do has got to be top. And if we do that, the players will do their best, and we believe we've got enough in here to get us out of this league.
How difficult does it make your job as selection anyhow, when your strikers are all playing as well as they are now?
That's great, to be honest with you. You want to have options on the bench. You want to turn around after 50-60 minutes and have quality to come on. We saw that in some of the games that we've had a full squad to pick from, that you can turn around, the game can change in the 60th minute, and it's so important to keep them all vying for competition for places, all in good form. And then it's a decision about who they think is going to influence the game the best at the start, or possibly who's going to influence it at the end to get us a win.
Always been so He's the sort of player that offers something very different to some of the other strikers. How's his fitness doing at the
I
moment?
think that's it's alright. His training was today. You know, I just felt he was going to start on Saturday, and then obviously the result on the Friday night, we just felt he's got a wee calf issue at the moment. We were going to try and push him. We just felt we then decided to put him on the bench, and then at the last minute we decided just to leave him out just to make sure he's alright for next Saturday, because we're gearing up for the playoffs now. He's a player that's got a moment in him. You know, he's an exceptional talent. He's the one that can make the difference in these big games coming up, so it's important to get him ready for them.
He's got a bit more size about him than some of the other strikers, so is that the sort of game against Falkirk that will be useful for
him? He's
him?
got a bit more size than everyone, to be honest with you, at Osman, so he's, you know, I've known him for a long time. He's a great player, he's a great character to have about, and you know, he's scored goals in big games before, and that's what you want guys that have gone in these, as we speak about, pressure games and performed, and Osman's definitely done that.
How about injuries, the rest of the injuries, how are they coming along?
Good. Stanton trained today with Cammy Smith will do some running for the France, and hopefully 2 of them will be back next week. Stanton will be available for Saturday, and that everyone's okay.
Which that's finally, Rob, I don't know if you've heard the sad news this morning, but Billy McNeil's sadly passed away. Could you give us an idea of what you meant to
Yeah, I heard that today, and it's devastating for everyone. You know, Billy's a giant of a man, you know, a guy that's captained a team that won the European Cup, I think no matter what team you support in Scotland, you held Billy in the highest esteem, and I think it's a sad day for everyone, and it's a great loss to Scottish football, because as I say, he's a giant of a man.